Top of the morning, friends and fellow traders. This is Doug Campbell with Right Way Options, coming to you with a morning market preparation video for June 18th, 2018. Well, on Friday, we saw those bulls really kind of step up after we had that gap down open. The bulls stepped up and we recovered the 25,000 area here on the Dow, or on the diamonds. And if I were to throw a line on here just temporarily, you can see we bounced right off of this. The only really platform that we have here in this chart goes way back here into January of last year. Right there, we bounced right off of that level. And that looked really, really good. But remember, any time you see a hammer pattern, the hammer requires a follow through. And unfortunately, this morning, all of the jitters in the market over trade issues and stuff have kind of won the day. And you can see we're gapping down this morning here, more than 150 points. Currently, as I'm recording this, about 200 points lower. Now, the good news in this is, as bearish as that might appear, and I know everyone is probably thinking, ugh, another day of that. We're still holding above this trend line. So this is a normal pullback, and if you look at any of this price action in here, those pullbacks are pretty common and they're going to continue to happen. So that pullback, as long as it holds support, as long as it holds trend, we could be okay. So this may be just one of those compression points where we pull back, we're looking for support. Once we find that support, those buyers could step in. So please be careful here. There's no need to rush. Remember, there's plenty of time to get into good quality trades. We need to wait for our right time to enter. So if this pulls back and does find buyers in here, we'll look for that entry point at or near price support, where we always look for it. We don't want to anticipate this as a short, however, because we could easily catch that bounce like we had yesterday or on Friday. Remember, we want to take short positions at a failure near resistance. So don't anticipate the short. Be patient here this morning. Be a little bit cautious. Work on protecting your capital. Work on protecting your trades. And be patient to wait for that new position before you enter new trades. Let's take a look at the SPY. Whoops, doggone it. Here we go. SPY also getting that gap down this morning. Pretty substantial gap down below the low of Friday. And looking as if we could come back here and test this level of support right here. And that's okay. That's still holding us in a trend. Of course, we never want to see those pullbacks occur, but that's fairly common price action. And it's unfortunate that it's coming in a gap, and it's also unfortunate that really this is all generated by political uncertainty. Let's take a look at the Qs. Qs held up really, really strongly on Friday, but you can see this morning they are also gapping down this morning, gapping down toward this breakout support. We would like to see those bulls defend this area. Hold that as support. Now, remember, it's okay. We could travel through that position. We could drop right through there and then come right back, and that's okay. But we don't want to see us hold below that level for very long. Otherwise, we're looking for a test of the trend here, which would be substantially lower for the Qs. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM still maintaining its leadership of the market, closing on Friday with a record high close. This morning is also suffering a gap down. Looks like it's going to gap below all of that little consolidation right there. And if it travels lower, we'll even be breaking its uptrend, at least temporarily. So let's be a little bit cautious here today as we approach the market and watch very, very carefully that price action for clues before we jump into new positions. Let's take a quick look at the VIX. Now, the VIX has been remarkably quiet. We saw that gap up on the VIX on Friday, and then the bulls stepping back in, driving that fear back down into this consolidation range. Now, if I were to draw a little box around that, we can really see where that consolidation range is. It's actually quite tight in that consolidation range. And this morning, we could gap up above that or move through the top side of that box, which would bring a little, possibly could bring some fear into the market. But I don't think there's full-on panic yet as long as we hold current uptrends in the market. So watch that closely. Any rally back up into here, we would look for this area to serve as resistance and push that back down. So we'll have to watch that kind of close. And remember, we're reacting to this long-term downtrend here. And we've been holding right above that, and this bounce off of here isn't a huge surprise either after such a nice rally in the market. Let's take a look at T21-22. T21-22 is a 4-week new high, a new low ratio. And you can see this morning, if we gap down, if this continues to hold, and I expect that it will, if this continues to hold, we'll gap down into here, which actually could help us in finding those bulls. So just pulling back here, nothing abnormal in this pullback right now, unless we start breaking trends and start losing support. Then we really have to become concerned with this market. So this pullback gives us plenty of opportunity that we could see that place where bulls will step in, and we'll be closer to that bullish reversal zone where we might see them pick back up and step back into the market. So overall, looking at the market here, we have this compression that's going on, this little pullback, but we're holding up pretty well. In fact, if I just use a chart that's just 3 moving averages, this is the diamonds, you can see that this morning, this is a 3 EMA, an 8 EMA, and a 34 EMA. The 34 EMA is clearly showing us trending higher, and we've just got a lot of separation here between that 8 EMA and the 34 EMA, and a pullback is fairly common. And you can see we had the same thing here where we rolled over, found support around that 34, and then we stepped in with buyers and pushed it back higher. We might see the same kind of thing where we pull back into here, wait for those calmer trade again, where we gap down and we get a little bit of calming in the price action, and then we could see those bulls start stepping back in to recover off of this trend. All right, so no need to panic here just yet, but there certainly is reason for concern, and there's reason for caution, reason that you might want to just stand aside today, protect your profits, protect your capital, at least for the open until we start seeing either bullish or bearish follow through to this price action. On the economic calendar today, we don't have a whole lot going on. We have the housing market index. Builders are continuing to stay pretty darn confident in their trading, and consensus says that this will come in strong and flat from last somewhere around 70. So kind of know that there's nothing wrong economic wise with our market. This is all politically generated. If we take a look at the rest of the calendar, we have 3 bond auctions or announcements, and then we have 2 Fed speakers, one at 1 and one at 4 today. So not much moving the market around. And on the earnings front, we don't have a lot going on. We only have 9 companies reporting, none of which I would see as being particularly market moving. So nothing much to worry about there. We're just going to have this ugly gap down this morning, some pressure on the market. So watch real closely and be patient. Don't panic in this. Wait for your next trade. And by the way, I wrote in the morning blog today something about patience, so you might want to take a look at the morning blog. There's a link in the description below. Hey everyone, if this is the first time you've seen this information, please do me a favor. Click that subscribe button on YouTube, the follow me button on Facebook, click those thumbs up buttons, and drop a comment if you feel the video is worth it. And by the way, I truly appreciate those. Take the time to leave that comment. You guys are very kind, and I do appreciate that. Everyone, also please feel free to share this video with any friends and family that you might think could benefit from this information. With that, everyone, I want to wish you all a fantastic day. I hope everyone has great profits. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk to you all bright and early Tuesday morning. Have a good one.